Hi, everybody. My name is Lois Campbell. I'm a teacher here at South Middle School in Morgantown, West Virginia. And I'm going to tell you today how I think our school will benefit from a Toshiba teacher grant.
Our school is located in the mountains of northern West Virginia. Though better off than some of our schools in southern West Virginia, our students still struggle with a number of issues plagued by many students throughout the state of West Virginia. Of our school population of 763 students, 35% are considered low SES, 28% have been identified with an exceptionality, 2% are ELL students, and we have knowledge of at least 2% of our students are homeless. Though many of our families live well within their means, many of our students do not. During the years of COVID, it has been a struggle for many of our students to stay on grade level. Further, some of our students do not have adequate internet access for online lessons. To give you a better perspective of this dilemma, our current 8th grade class has not been in school consistently since their 5th grade year. It is our hope that this new STEM program that we are trying to implement will help bridge these gaps and encourage students to consider the possibility of career programs within STEM fields. So, what's the good news? My students like to build and create. Remember that they have not been actively in a consistent academic program for the past 3 years. My students long to be engaged with others. They like to build. It's not always outstanding, but they are learning the beginnings of design and how to plan a project. My students are fascinated with space. They know the story of Katherine Johnson, born and raised in West Virginia. She was a West Virginia University graduate and a mathematician at NASA, one of the many hidden figures. The Katherine Johnson NASA IV&V Center is a 30-minute drive from our school. For my African American students and my female students, her story resonates with them. My students know the story of Homer Hickman, a NASA engineer born and raised in West Virginia, an author of the book Rocket Boys. His story brings home the hardships of growing up in West Virginia as my students' families working and are dying in the coal mines. I was able to have Mr. Hickam speak at our school this past fall. The gymnasium was silent as Mr. Hickam spoke to them about growing up in West Virginia. This is their story. So, what do my students need? They need to be able to learn how to plan projects. They need to learn how to make accurate drawings for planning those projects. They need to learn that they can build models like a NASA engineer and make these models workable for our mission to Mars. How do I intend to do this? I plan to work with my students on making concept drawings, as well as thumbnail sketching, isometric sketching, and multi-view sketching, eventually evolving to Tinkercad. From this, we plan to move to 3D modeling and 3D printing. Utilizing these methods, we plan to build basic models of Mars landers and habitats. I hope that you will consider our school for one of your grants. I know that my students would greatly benefit from your program.